I think this movie is going to do really, really well.
Yeah.
In addition to that, it stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. Who else am I forgetting? Oh my God, brain fart.
A bunch of people.
The lady from SNL.
Sure, that lady.
You don't know? Oh my God, did you not do any research on this movie?
Awkward.
I know Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. They're Barbie and Ken. That's all you need to know.
Very awkward.
Super awkward. We've gone off the rails. Welcome back to another episode of Brooker Family Podcast. Can you tell what we are excited about? For those of you who are just listening,
Pink bubblegum.
I am
You're excited about pink bubblegum.
Yes.
bubblegum. For those of you who are just listening, I am rocking like the hottest, pinkest jacket that I could find, and Channing and I are both wearing ridiculous hot pink visors.
I'm gonna take this
in celebration of the Barbie movie. I'm so excited for the Barbie movie, and so as you can probably tell, that's something we're going to be talking a lot about.
So
today.
many people are excited about this movie.
Yes,
It's huge.
Yes, so let's talk about what's going on first. We are getting ready to go to Alaska.
Yes.
Yay! Are you guys so excited?
Can't wait. Honestly, can't wait.
This is the hottest time of year in Los Angeles, and I can think of nothing better than going somewhere where it's like nice and cool. And it's going to be kind of weird because I'm trying to figure out what to pack, because we need to pack like coats and gloves and like warm
stuff. Which you usually don't pack for a vacation.
I usually don't have and I usually don't have any of that until like winter here. Mm-hmm. Or when we go up to like Lake Arrowhead.
Well, even winter here is not going to be like what it's going to be like in Alaska.
No,
it's going to be a lot colder. There's going to be ice. There's going to be glaciers. It's going to be great.
All right, so we're very excited for that. We're going on a cruise. We're going on Princess Cruises, and I'm very excited to check out their new dining options, their spa.
Sure.
They have a lot of luxurious things on this new ship, the Discovery.
It's a brand new ship from Princess too.
Yeah. Yep. And Chris loves cruising, so he's our cruise expert.
I've been on an Alaskan cruise before, and honestly, it's one of the best cruises I've ever taken in my life. And I went with Princess, and it's just a great experience. And it's so beautiful and scenic, and it's unlike any cruise you can ever take. It's great.
Well, Chan and I have never been. Sorry, I was taking a long sup of coffee. Chan and I have never been, and I'm excited to go and see it, Alaska. That's one part of the country I've never been. But honestly, I don't really like being cold. So this will be a challenge for me, but also an exciting challenge. So I'm looking forward to that.
And I don't like being hot or cold.
Oh, you just want to be constantly perfect temperature.
Just normal.
Okay.
Like this.
Can you sit up a little bit? You literally are like sliding out of the chair. Okay, careful. Okay, and the other thing that's happening that's really cool is San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
And every year, pre-pandemic, for a long time, we would go to Comic-Con.
Yep.
And Channing's even been to when she was little. They have a kids club area where you can drop off your kids and stuff like that. But this is a different kind of year. Because with the SAG strike, with the Writers Guild strike, with the entertainment industry essentially on hold, San Diego Comic-Con is not going to have the big properties that they have had in years past, and huge talent coming in to promote those.
Here's the thing too, is Comic-Con's never really fully recovered from COVID.
Yeah.
They shut down for COVID and they've never regained 100% strength. And now they've got this strike happening to just further, take the air out of their sails. And, it's a question as to whether or not they're going to survive.
And I really hope they do, because Comic-Con and people who've been going to Comic-Con for years and years before it became this massive event that it is today, know that it's about the fans and it's about the fandom of, comic books and comic book characters and all things geeky and nerdy.
It's a pop culture touchstone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something that is...
I really hope that it is able to recover.
Yeah.
Because I love going so much. But we're going to try to go this year. We have a hotel in place, but I don't know. We're going to try to go. We'll see. As of this recording, we're planning to go. So we'll
As
see.
of right now, we're going, but that could change.
Also, quick shout out to our friend Jen Blushy. Happy birthday to Aunt Jen.
Happy birthday.
And one of the things that she's doing to celebrate her birthday is she's rented out a theater to go watch Barbie
She rented out a whole theater for her and her friends.
for her birthday.
Wow.
And I love that. So let's
That's
talk
next
about
level.
what's popping, because that's a big thing, is Barbie. Barbie
Jen's birthday party is popping.
Jen's birthday party. Barbie comes out on July 21st.
Yep.
And I have to say, the marketing for this film has been incredible. You can't go anywhere without seeing something Barbie related, not just like traditional marketing, like billboards and TV ads and, stuff like that. But I mean, they have really rallied the influencer and social media
There's been
world.
so many pop-ups, like Barbie pop-ups that have just appeared.
And they've rallied the social media world where influencers are posting about it. They invited a ton of TikTokers to the red carpet. Which was super smart, because those TikTokers, and we've talked about this before, they do a get ready with me. They do a bunch of videos on the carpet, and then they do a recap of it.
Yep.
So they're getting millions of views, and plus the Barbie cast has been doing a ton of press and interviews.
Yeah.
So I think this movie is going to do really, really well.
Yeah.
In addition to that, it stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. Who else am I forgetting? Oh my God, brain fart.
A bunch of people.
The lady from SNL.
Sure, that lady.
You don't know? Oh my God, did you not do any research on this movie?
Awkward.
I know Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling.
Oh my
they're Barbie and
God.
Ken. That's all you
This
need to know.
Very awkward.
Super awkward. We've gone off the rails. But it's Greta Gerwig is directing it, and it's supposed to be a wonderfully unique sort of. Some people are calling it a feminist take, which I don't think is necessarily fair to call it that. I think it's just a different take on the Barbie story.
I think it's going to be very meta as well. There's going to be a lot of inside jokes, a lot of wink, wink, a lot of self-awareness in the movie. And I think that's what's going to make it fun for a lot of people.
I can't believe you forgot, and I forgot the name of the SNL lady who does all the characters and everyone loves and has won Emmys for SNL.
Awkward.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon.
Thank you. God, thank you, Jeff. All right, listen. I swear I know people. I know names of people. I just had a complete brain fart just now because I haven't had enough coffee yet.
There
today.
you go.
Also, I'm really hot in this. This jacket might have been a bad idea.
That was a mistake. You
just
put
put
that
on
on.
a-
It's like 90 degrees outside.
That's why I just went with blue and pink.
Listen, can you not sit like that? What are you
Okay.
doing?
Is this
There-
better?
that's better.
I'm all preppy and fancy.
There you go. That's much better.
Okay.
But this was a bad idea. But I have a commitment to a theme, and
To look like a
There you
pink
go.
bubblegum ball.
and I was gonna go for it, so I did. So anyway,
Mission successful.
bottom line, we're excited for Barbie. It looks like a great movie. And then Oppenheimer,
The other side of the coin.
which is like literally the other side of the coin,
Yep.
opens on the same day. And for the past several weeks, there's been this sort of Barbie versus Oppenheimer. Barbieheimer kind of thing going on. My feeling is it's like the people who are going to go see Oppenheimer probably are not the same people who would go and see Barbie. It's kind of different. It's very different audiences. And I think the studios
Completely.
are banking on that.
Yeah.
What's surprising to me is that we've seen almost no marketing whatsoever for Oppenheimer. I mean, I haven't seen any interviews with the cast. They have not
It's got a
rallied the
great
influencers
cast.
at all,
Yeah.
but it's an amazing cast. So I'm like, what are they doing over there?
It's not really an influencer-friendly...
Sure it is. Anything that's a movie where you've got such a massive cast and an incredible story.
But the subject matter, it's like putting an influencer event for a Holocaust movie or something like
Yeah.
that. It's not really an
Well,
uplifting
I think it depends on the
thing.
influencer. You're thinking of the influencers that will do like Barbie stuff, like TikToks on the on the
Sure.
pink carpet and stuff like that. If you get like, there's history influencers
Okay.
who
All right.
would
That's
talk
fair.
about this for days.
Yeah.
There's like journalists who are part-time like content creators like me.
Yeah.
Who I love history. I love retelling of stuff like this. This movie, though, I feel like I haven't seen or heard anything about it. So I feel like
I like the subject matter of this movie. I've always liked the
You're into
subject of
atomic
Robert
bombs.
Oppenheimer and the first atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I studied it a lot in school, and actually, so I'm excited for the subject matter alone. And then when you bring the cast into this, I mean, wow!
who's in the cast?
Robert Downey Jr.,
Matt
Jason
Damon.
Bourne, yes, Matt Damon.
Jason Bourne, get out of here.
Cillian Murphy, is
Emily Blunt.
is Emily Blunt, the big star of it. It's got a great cast. It's a great cast and great subject matter. I've heard it's long, and I've heard it's kind of a downer of a movie.
Christopher Nolan directed.
Christopher Nolan directed it, which will explain some of the tone.
Yeah,
actually, when you think
darker.
about it, it's a lot darker. But I think it's.
I
Just
just
gonna
think
be great.
there's a way they could have marketed it. There's a way they could have done outreach, but I've seen nothing. I think they could have leaned into the antithesis of Barbie a little bit more and been like,
Sure.
There could have been a fun way for them to play on, we're not Barbie, but we're history. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's a terrible slogan. Please don't use that universal.
That wasn't the best.
Sorry. This is why I'm not in marketing. But I saw one thing I thought was really funny is somebody interviewed Tom Cruise on the red carpet.
I saw this interview.
And
Yes.
they said, if you could go see, because his movie opened up on the 14th, I think it was. And somebody asked him, if you have to choose between Barbie and Oppenheimer on the July 21st, which one are you going to go see? And he took this question like very seriously.
First of all, what a weird question to ask an actor at their premiere.
I know.
Or something
I was like,
that.
this is
It's a
tacky,
strange
but
question,
I appreciate it.
He respected the question
Yes.
and went
Well,
with
I'm talking about it, so it obviously was a good question
Yeah.
because it stuck out with me. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. So he took it really seriously and was like, well, I'm a fan of cinema. I love the arts, and so I think what I'm going to do is, because Oppenheimer is a more intense movie and heavier subject, I'm going to go see that first on like Friday afternoon, and and then I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to go see Barbie that same night on Friday, and then I can,
And he wants to see it in a packed audience. He wants to see it with a crowd.
That's what he said.
Which I agree with. I think
Yeah.
both of these movies should be watched in a full theater.
So I thought that was a really thoughtful and interesting answer to that. So basically, bottom line is go see both. Support movies.
Completely, 100%.
Learn a little bit about history and then learn a little bit about
I
Barbie.
think both of these movies, in their own way, are going to be somewhat Oscar bait. I think they're both going to get some degree.
You think so?
Oppenheimer for sure. I think Barbie will get something for maybe set design or something like that.
Costume design,
set design.
Oppenheimer
things like
is for sure Oscar bait.
that. Completely.
It was like, what subject can we retell that's going to be kind of bum people out, but also like make it look like we're smart? Yeah.
What's a serious movie we
It's
can
a serious
make?
movie we can make with
The Atomic
famous
Bomb.
people.
Let's do that.
All right, guys, let's move on. What movie or TV shows are we watching right now, and what are we looking forward to? So I'm a little late on this latest season of Yellowstone, but I finally got through it all, and I have to say I've been slightly disappointed with this past season.
Really?
It feels like they don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
They don't know what direction to go in. It's just sort of meandering. Every episode had at least a 10 to 12 minute country music montage of them working on the ranch,
Oh, yeah.
wrestling the cows, riding the horses.
Look at
And
our
I'm like,
gorgeous cinematography.
yes, it was like, now we're going to give props to our cinematographer, which is great. I love it. It's
beautiful.
country. And I'm like, but if I want to watch that, then I'm going to like watch Nat Geo.
I want more Rancher Mafia action.
Yeah, where's the fighting? Get Kevin Costner in there with some guns and some knuckle sandwiches.
I remember sometimes since my mom asked me to rub her feet a lot.
Oh my gosh, that's private.
Okay, so you caught some of Yellowstone.
Also, you do it. Anyway, go.
Okay, so I remember I was doing it, and my mom was like, "Don't watch this show; it's violent." And I'm like, me watching the show. Immediately turns to look at it.
And what'd you think?
I didn't really watch any of it.
Okay. All right.
I just saw the part.
Okay.
All right.
All right, good contribution, Chan.
Yep, that
Yeah.
was solid.
That's the facts for you guys.
Okay, thanks.
the facts.
Facts only from our tween TV watcher. All right, Chris, what are you watching right now?
Well, there's a bunch of things I'm watching, but one thing pops into mind. I'm a huge fan of animation. I love animation. I'm an old man, God bless it, but I like cartoons, and I like superhero cartoons. My Adventures with Superman is a new cartoon that just popped out. I believe it's on the Max, and it's a new take on a younger Superman story. It's animated. It's got a younger Lois Lane. It's kind of anime, which threw me off originally, but I started watching it, and I actually very much enjoy it. It's very, very fun. Each episode is like 20 minutes long, and it's a good show. It's good for everyone in the family, too. Chan, you could watch this with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we also need to watch Superman 2.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
We started rewatching the Supermans. Chan watched the original Superman with us. And did you like it with Christopher Reeve?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was good.
In my opinion, it was really short.
You know, back in the day, movies used to only be about an hour and a half long. Hour and 45 minutes maybe. And then they
Make
started
it
getting
4
longer.
hours.
Then they started getting longer and longer and longer. And now you've got like 3-hour journeys every time you go into the theater. But I
Yeah.
guess compared to how much you're paying at the ticket prices, it should be a little longer, right?
Yeah, Superman 2 is on deck next for sure for us.
Superman 2. And then did you want to chansplain anything this week?
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
So, so for all of you people who are new to Roblox, you might heard of a thing called a private server. A private server is basically you make it and only you and your friends can join it.
Okay.
It's basically your own little server that you can do whatever you want in it in any game.
You can create your own world, sort of.
No, not really.
Okay.
It has to be, it's still the game, but no one else can join but your friends that you have on Roblox.
Oh, private
okay.
server. Okay, that
And
makes
how
sense.
you make it is you click on the game, you click servers, and there's this thing on the top of your screen. It says create private server. Then you configure and you hit allow friends to join.
Oh, okay. So that way you don't have to worry about like strangers coming in and playing with you or trying to chat with you and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
only your friends that you've made on Roblox.
I like that. Let's stick to the private servers.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's cool.
Not when I'm playing Adopt Me though, because I have to trade with other people
Oh,
to
yeah.
get more pets and
Okay.
stuff.
Right.
All right. But you're always pretty safe. You're pretty
Yeah, I'm
smart.
pretty
That's what I
good.
like about the games that you play, especially Roblox, is it's a very social game. So you can invite your friends, you all can play together, you can have your own private server, so it's just you and your friends, or you can meet other people in the game. I like that. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
All right. That's a good tip. That's a hot tip. Speaking of hot tips,
Hey,
Chris, what is going on with
Ayo.
Brooker Beats? That was a horrible segue.
just the tip.
Chris.
Anyway.
Don't you dare. Oh my.
I don't get it. I didn't hear what
You
he
don't
said.
need to get
Don't worry
it.
about it.
Go.
Anyway,
my
Brooker
God.
Beats this week is another single that was just dropped. Another single by Ryan Bingham. Now, if you're not familiar with
Speaking of Yellowstone.
Speaking of Yellowstone, I was just about to go there. Ryan Bingham is a country singer who he won a couple Grammys for the Crazy Heart soundtrack, and that's how he kind of rose up. He had some great songs on the Crazy Heart soundtrack. He won a Grammy for The Weary Kind, and I believe another song as well. And he's been putting out music. He does star in the show Yellowstone as well, and he just dropped a single. It's a cover of a '90s classic, if you can believe it. He covers the Toadies' Possum Kingdom, and it's a great take on the song, a cool, different take on the song. It's kind of a countrified version of Possum Kingdom, and it's very cool. Worth a listen to, definitely. Ryan Bingham and his cover of Possum Kingdom is this week's Brooker Beat.
Brooker Beats. Listen, Taylor Sheridan, who produces and writes for Yellowstone,
Yeah.
executive produces it,
Yep.
must be a massive Ryan Bingham fan.
Oh, man.
Because he has worked him into almost every episode since day one.
A song.
He had an amazing character arc, story arc. He's also singing in almost every episode. They must be like good friends, or he must just be like a massive fan of him. He also fits into this sort of cowboy world that's in Yellowstone.
And he's an immensely talented.
And he's very talented. Yeah, he's got
immensely
a
talented
beautiful
performer.
voice and a great songwriter.
Yeah.
That's a hot tip.
Revisit the Crazy Heart soundtrack and hear Ryan Bingham's The Weary Kind. It's just breathtaking.
You know what else is breathtaking?
This show.
Our merch.
Oh.
Also this show. But our
Segue.
merch, we would love it if you guys would visit brookerfamilypodcast.com. Check out the merch that we have available. We have some fun t-shirts, backpacks, water bottles. What else?
Tote bags.
Tote bags. And eventually we're going to buy our own merch to show you what we have. It's terrible. I realize like we talk about our merch, but we don't actually have any of it.
I don't want my face on my body.
I do.
Other than my face.
Why not? Listen, you're your own best advertising tool.
Here's, I don't mind. Oh, I just thought of an amazing thing.
What? Uh-oh.
It's kind of, I'll tell you guys after the show. Don't worry.
Okay.
Segue.
I've always tell people whenever I meet someone, I always say, "Oh, hi, I'm Heather Brooker. I'm Heather Brooker." And somebody asked me one time, like, "Why do you always say your first and last name?" And I'm like, because my hope, I'm my own best like advertiser of myself. So my hope
You
is
are.
to get my name out there and like get people to know who I am. I'm also really arrogant and I like people to know my name.
If you become famous one day and everyone's like, oh, Heather Brooker, and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And
Blah, blah,
they're going to be like, oh, there's Channing Brooker. That's Heather's Brooker's daughter.
You could be my Nepo
There
baby.
you go.
You could be
Nepo
my
baby.
baby. Honestly, though, you'll probably be more famous before I will. So that's all right, bub. Speaking of famous, you know what else is famous? The Brooker Family Podcast.
Hey.
Woo! Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, please take a minute, subscribe, and share our show, and leave us a 5-star review. It means the world to us to have you support our show. And feel free to share it with friends if you'd like. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. And if you want to reach out to us through social media and tell us what kind of topics you'd like us to cover, we're happy to do that too. Any requests for the Brooker Beats, because Chris loves to talk about music. He can break it all
Please
down.
let me know.
Also, any requests for Chansplaining?
Yeah, let us know. We're happy to do it. Thanks so much for listening, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.